I'm not mad, boy. Show your face. I'm not mad at
That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy.
And that should not be the first response, let's say, if a vehicle is even close to you. If a vehicle is close to you, my first response, pull out my gun and kill this person. He wasn't even in immediate danger in the first place, but he had all the time to put down his phone, take out his weapon, shoot at the woman. So you can't just say, oh, this angle looks like he's getting run over, so he is. When you have this angle showing no evidence of that. So he was just filming, it looks like, and then he just put his phone down and just took out the weapon. That's weird. That is really weird. Shot one, not in the way. His feet. Look, his whole body is not getting hit by the car. What are you gonna say? Maybe he would have ran over my toe. Is she gonna run over his toe right here? Possibly, but does that justify lethal force? So as I'm editing this video, I'm done recording. This is me from the future, essentially coming back and putting more editing into the video. I saw the angle from the actual officer who killed Renee, the one with the phone. This is the footage. So we're gonna look at that really quick.
Go ahead. Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
She's trying to get out the way and leave the situation now. And the officer is just like taking his sweet time, just getting in front of the vehicle when she's trying to go. And she is not attempting any kind of murder by how she's moving and reversing. She's literally just trying to escape the situation. I'm not saying it's legally right for her to do that, but that's what she's doing. And the officer, it almost looks like he's getting in the way. That's what it almost looks like. The officer's actually getting in the way. He has the ability to not be hurt, but he's actually putting himself in the way of danger right here. Like trying to stop a 2-ton vehicle. I'm an officer of the law. I'm an ICE agent. I'm gonna literally just stop moving the car and just get in the way, get my body in the way of the car. That is dumb. That is seriously dumb. Like you don't do, no matter how much authority you think you have, if somebody's trying to leave a situation, which she is scared, you know, an officer said, get out the effing car, grabs the door handle, and she's scared. She wants to leave. Why in the entire hell would you just try to stop a 2-ton vehicle? He's being dumb. So if he did get hurt, I would actually blame the officer. Like you're trying to get in the way. When you're out of the way, you don't have to be in the way. You're trying to get in the way and forcefully stop a moving vehicle.
Whoa!
And that's the other angle. So she literally has a dog in the car. I did not know that before this phone footage came out. What about the body cam? Does he have a body cam on? Do they have body cams? I don't know. But it's honestly heartbreaking, y'all. No matter her lifestyle, her political position, the sanctity of life, God cares about all human beings and the life of all human beings. It's just sad. It's like just standing, and then he's out of the way, then goes around the car again. He's like circling the car with his phone out, not even taking the situation serious. And then, when she's trying to escape, now I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna take the situation serious, pull a gun out and just kill you. Get out of here. Get out of here. In this video, you're going to find out who is legally in the right here. Was that lethal force justified? You're going to see video evidence from different angles and a false narrative debunked, because with everything basically in the last couple years since 2020, well, forever now, but especially since 2020, a large giant psyop year after year. This is just another one. Now the death was a death, but of course the powers that be are going to use this to psyop the whole nation, which is already happening. Right and left divide, fighting against each other just like we always do. When there's two sides of the same coin, the same evil serving the same wicked enemy. So regardless of Renee Good's past, her lifestyle, her political affiliation, we're going to look beyond that and just look at the cold, hard evidence, the facts of what happened, to see if this officer was justified in what he did. And as I put these headphones on, I just want you to really consider something that we all have to do in big, just traumatic events happen like this, Charlie Kirk assassination, this killing, what you have to do is get out of your bias. Because if you stay in a bias, a political side, right versus left, you're not going to be able to objectively, you're going to be in your reptilian brain, just agreeing with your bias, where you stand politically. This is beyond that. This is about the sanctity of human life.
On Wednesday, in Minneapolis, a federal agent fatally shot a motorist, 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good. Trump administration officials said these were, quote, defensive shots, fired because the officer was being run over.
And a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over.
But our analysis of bystander footage, filmed from different angles, appears to show the agent was not in the path of the victim's SUV when he fired 3 shots at close range. Here's how events unfolded. Moments before the shooting, the victim's maroon SUV is stopped in the middle of the street. Multiple unmarked federal vehicles are idling nearby.
So just to pause it right there, a lot of people were saying she shouldn't have even been there because she's protesting against the ICE, which if that's the case, which I do believe this is a valid fact of the story, you know, she's trying to protest against the ICE and she's doing something wrong, illegal. We're going to even look beyond that, because even if she's in the wrong by being here and blocking the ICE law enforcement, does that still justify the use of lethal force? Let's continue.
Secretary Noem alleged the motorist, quote, was blocking the officers in. Bystanders are blowing whistles and yelling at federal agents.
Go home to Texas!
Then, federal vehicles start moving toward the maroon SUV, with sirens and lights blaring. A federal agent films the scene on his phone. The driver rolls forward slightly, turning left, then stops and waves for others to go ahead. 2 agents exit this silver pickup and walk toward the vehicle.
Get out of the fucking car.
Moments later, shots are fired.
Okay, another thing I want to point out, she's resisting what they want her to do, resisting their authority. They told her, quote, to get out of the effing car, and she is not agreeing with that. She is fleeing what you may call arrest, which is illegal. Now, again, that's not the question. Is what she's doing wrong? Is what she's doing not submitting to the authorities? The question is, was lethal force justified?
Let's look at the scene again more closely. This is the agent who shoots the driver. He walks around the car filming and disappears from view.
So the guy who's filming, he's the guy that eventually shot her. Is that what I'm getting at? It just seems like he's not treating the situation seriously. Oh, I'm going to film and then I'm just going to pull up my gun. Let me rewind that just to make sure. And then why would he walk around in front of a running car like that in that kind of a tense situation?
This is the agent who shoots the driver.
Okay, the agent who shoots the driver is walking around the vehicle with a phone out. And then as soon as he comes around the car, oh, let me just pull out my gun. It's like pulling out your phone and pulling out a weapon. That's really odd to me.
He walks around the car filming and disappears from view. Other agents pull up and order the driver to exit her vehicle.
Man.
One of them grabs at the door handle and reaches inside. The SUV reverses, then turns right, apparently
So as you can see, she wants to escape the situation. You know, you can argue that that's resisting arrest, that's resisting, you know, just abiding by your authorities, doing what they want you to do, and being a good citizen. You can argue all these things, but her goal here, her main thing in her mind, she wants to escape the situation. She wants to escape the situation. I don't believe her main thing is like, I want to kill this officer. I want to run him over. She's reversing. This is what you do when you try to leave a situation. You reverse, then you turn your wheels and, you know, get back on track of the road, which is literally what she's doing right here.
attempting to leave.
She turns her wheel to the right. She's trying to get out of the way of them.
At the same time, the agent filming crosses toward the left of the vehicle and grabs.
So he was just filming, it looks like, and then he just put his phone down and just took out the weapon. That's weird. That is really weird. And it's like, how are you going to say that you were scared, you were going to get run over, and you walk in front of the car like that, and you're filming, and then you just pull out a gun, and you have time to get out the way? We're going to look at multiple angles here.
Grabs his gun. He opens fire on the motorist and continues shooting as she drives past. The moment the agent fires, he is standing here, to the left of the SUV.
So this is literal evidence. He's not getting run over as he is firing his first shot. Literally to the side. I don't even think the tires touch his foot. Is there any evidence that the tires touched his foot? I don't even think the tire has touched his foot right here. I mean, the amount of time it takes out to draw a weapon, which you can do it quickly, but a lot of people, they take time to do that. It's just much easier to get out of the way. He wasn't even in immediate danger in the first place, but he had all the time to put down his phone, take out his weapon, shoot at the woman, and then they're saying, oh, she's going to run him over, kill him.
And the wheels are pointing to the right.
Yeah, she's trying to evade the situation. She's not trying to commit homicide and murder. She wants to leave. Which is, if one of these guys came up to my door and said, get the F out of the vehicle, and I really didn't want to be there for whatever reason, and I was just not wanting to deal with the situation, that would be the first thing on my mind too. Let me reverse, get the heck out of here. Like that's what she's literally trying to do. She's not thinking about murdering and killing people. And that's not what she's attempting to even do here. And just keeps on firing as the car is moving. He's not even in a line of danger. Just keeps on firing.
This appears to conflict with allegations that the SUV was ramming or about to ram the officer. President Trump and others said the federal agent was hit by the SUV, often pointing to another video filmed from a different angle.
This is the video that so many people who have a bias who are on the right are using to say, oh, he was getting run over. This angle right here that we're about to review. And let me just tell you, I am a conservative, but I don't identify with a specific political party. I don't have any 100% loyalty to any political side because my first loyalty is Christ. I'm Christ first. I'm America first, second, under Christ first. Amen. But I am a conservative, so I lean more on the right. But I disagree with most of the right on this. Now, this angle, it almost looks like he's getting run over from this specific angle.
True that at this moment in this grainy low-resolution footage, it does look like the agent is being struck by the SUV. But when we synchronize it with the first clip, we can...
that looks like he's getting run over from that angle. What is going on with this video? Is it an optical illusion? Is it perhaps AI? We don't know these days because AI is getting so good it can literally just recreate any type of video scenario. It could even make blurry looking videos. Like it can just copy any kind of video. So is it an optical illusion? Is it just, I heard it was fast forwarded to make it look like this. But the point is, from this angle, there is no part of the video where he's getting run over in this angle right here. So you can't just say, oh, this angle looks like he's getting run over, so he is. When you have this angle showing no evidence of that.
You can see the agent is not being run over. In fact, his feet are positioned away.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay attention to the feet. If you look at the feet and stay on the feet, there is no point. I might light this one out. But there is no point where he is in front of the vehicle getting run over. If you look at his feet the whole time.
Away from the SUV.
So we'll rewind it really quick so you can see it again.
The agent is being struck by the SUV. But when we synchronize it with the first clip, we can see the agent is not being run over. In fact, his feet are positioned away from the SUV. The SUV crashes into a white car parked down the road. A bystander runs toward the collision. The federal agents on scene do not appear to rush to provide emergency medical care. Eventually, the agent who shot the motorist approaches the vehicle. Seconds later, he turns back around and tells his colleagues to call 911.
He's checking his phone again.
Shame!
You shot someone! You shot someone!
Agents block several bystanders who attempt to provide medical care, including one who identifies himself as a physician.
I go check a pulse.
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician.
I don't care. Understand.
At the same time, several agents, including the agent who opened fire, get in their vehicles and drive off, apparently altering the active crime scene.
Yeah, so I feel like this video basically covers everything. The multiple angles, the angles that a lot of people on the right are using. Oh, this guy, it looks like he's getting run over. And this other angle here, so proof he's run over. When in the initial angle, what actually has the best resolution, his feet was never, like they were always to the side of the vehicle. His feet were always to the side of the vehicle. And that should not be the first response, let's say, if a vehicle is even close to you. If a vehicle is close to you, my first response, pull up my gun and kill this person. My first response is, if I'm close to a vehicle where there could potentially be a danger of hitting me, just kind of move out the way a little bit. I mean, it wasn't like he was directly in the middle of the vehicle. He was close to it, but not directly in the middle. He was like to the side of it. Maybe the mirror would have hit him. If anything, maybe the mirror, but that doesn't justify pulling out a literal weapon and killing somebody. All right, so now we go to Gemini here because I asked her, what is the legal use of deadly force for police officers when dealing with somebody fleeing arrest? Because that is what she was doing. You could say that's wrong, that's illegal if she was legally able to be arrested and she's fleeing it. Because even though somebody's doing something illegal, it still doesn't automatically justify the use of deadly force. Criminals all the time, they resist arrest. You can't just shoot anybody who resists arrest. That's not what you're supposed to do as an enforcer of the law. So what legally gives them the legal right to use deadly force in this specific scenario? Clearly she was fleeing. Clearly she wasn't attempting to commit murder and run this guy over. Clearly she was trying to avoid the guy, literally turning her wheel right. So the legal standard for the use of deadly force against a fleeing suspect is primarily defined by the landmark 1985 Supreme Court case Tennessee versus Garner. So my understanding is largely correct, but the law provides a specific probable cause criteria that goes beyond slightly just an immediate threat during the chase. The fleeing felon rule. Before 1985, many states followed the fleeing felon rule, which allowed officers to use any means necessary, including shooting, to stop a person fleeing from a felony charge. The Supreme Court struck this down in Tennessee versus Garner, ruling that it is unconstitutional to shoot an unarmed, non-dangerous suspect just to prevent escape. And this is for a felony. Was she even committing a felony right here? I don't think it was a felony, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Even if it is a felony, it's still unconstitutional to shoot an unarmed and non-dangerous suspect just to prevent escape. So there are specific criteria and justifications for deadly force in this scenario. According to the Supreme Court, an officer may only use deadly force to prevent escape if all these conditions must be met, not just one, all of them. So it has to be necessary to prevent escape. The force must be the last resort to keep the person from getting away, the last resort. And then on top of that, there has to be probable cause of serious threat. The officer must have probable cause to believe the suspect poses a significant threat of death or physical injury to the officer or others. This is usually established in one of two ways. Immediate threat. The suspect threatens the officer with a weapon or behaves in a way that suggests they are about to cause immediate harm, which she did not do. She's just trying to leave the situation, turning her wheel, reversing, trying to go home or wherever she's trying to go. Just leave there. She's just trying to leave. Past violent crime. The suspect has committed a crime involving the infliction or threatened infliction of serious physical harm, and their escape would pose a continuing danger to the community. Warning, if feasible, where feasible, the officer should give some warning, stop or I'll shoot, which wasn't even given there. He did not say stop or I'll shoot. Like, I don't think people are thinking about this. This is a main thing you even see in cartoons and movies, TV shows all the time. What do the officers always do before they shoot? Stop or I'm going to shoot you. Stop or I'll shoot. It's like a main thing in a TV show, cartoons, movies. Stop in the name of the law or I'm going to shoot. Stop or I'll shoot. What did he do there? Pull out a weapon and just shot her. No warning of lethal threat at all. So we have a summary of the law in this nice little table right here. Situation. Suspect is unarmed in fleeing a nonviolent crime, e.g. shoplifting, example shoplifting. Is deadly force legal? No. Just fleeing, deadly force is not legal, nonviolent crime. Suspect is fleeing, unarmed, but just committed a violent armed robbery. Is deadly force legal? Yes, only if the escape poses a danger to others. Only if the escape poses a danger to others. Was she threatening to run over other people by her escape? Nobody else was in the way. So the escape did not prove a danger to others in that specific situation. Suspect turns and points a weapon or realistic replica at the officer. Is deadly force legal? Of course, yes. If she has a weapon and points it at the officer, yeah, definitely, that'll be justified. Did she have that? No. She was literally just trying to leave the area. Suspect is driving recklessly in a way that puts pedestrian lives at risk. Yes. In many jurisdictions, as the vehicle itself is a weapon. Was that the case there? No. There wasn't like a crowd of people in her way. She was just trying to leave the area. So, by law, there was no justification for the officer to use deadly force. The only way people can justify this is to say that he was in direct alignment with getting hit by the car in a way that could cause serious harm, which, as we can see by his feet position, that is not the case. Even though one angle, whatever it is, if it's an optical illusion, if it was altered video, it kind of looks like he was getting hit or about to get hit. The clear image angle and his feet position prove otherwise. And then we have this photo. If you are out of the way of danger, again, there's no serious threat to your life or seriousness of bodily injury, and you're literally shooting at somebody to kill them, there is no legal justification to do this. Regardless of what you think right or left, if you care about what she does, what her lifestyle is, it doesn't matter here. We're talking about justification for lethal force. Shot one, not in the way. His feet. Look, his whole body is not getting hit by the car. Shot two, I mean, he's kind of far away from the car at this point. He's not even close to the car. He's far away from the car. Shot three, the suspect is like almost leaving the whole scene. The back wheel's right here, she's gone. And he's still firing the shot when the car is literally leaving. And so at every shot, there is no immediate danger to this officer. Meaning, there is no legal justification or moral, but people want to go by just the secular world. Don't care about morality. If you want to go by straight legal authority, there's no legal authority here to use lethal force. Again, I mean, what are you going to say? Maybe he would have ran over my toe. Is this, is she going to run over his toe right here? I don't, possibly, but does that justify lethal force? Oh, she might have run over my big toe. I'm going to kill her. Shut up. Shut your fat mouth if you think that. Nah. Okay, and people brought up this picture to stupid people on the right who don't even care about the sanctity of life. Look at her lifestyle. She's crazy and deranged. Maybe so. Maybe she's crazy and deranged and has demons, whatever. She's a bad person. I don't care. Was it justified to kill this woman? You got to get beyond your stupid biases and actually care about the sanctity of life. This is a psyop. This whole political system is a big old psyop. Just used to cause outrage amongst the American people to get us to fight each other. Every single year is something different. And as the decades continue to move on, the 2010s and the 2020s and the 2030s, it's only getting worse in America. It's only getting more enragement between, is that a word, enragement? We're getting more enraged with each other. And they're using it against us because Israel controls America. We're the United States of Israel. They have to get us to fight against each other. And this is just another psyop. So get out of your stupid biases. It doesn't matter what lifestyle she was in. If she was on the left and doing radical stuff, yeah, that was bad. She's supporting apparently trans stuff. Yeah, I mean, I hate that. I hate that she's supporting that because, this is gross to support that. I'm not saying she's a good person. She's silly. But did she deserve to die? No. No, she did not. But people like Matt Walsh think she deserves to die. I'm going to make another video about this, separate video, because he's very insensitive about this topic. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. May the Lord keep you. May he bless you. May he shine his face upon you always and give you peace. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Believe on the Lord Jesus Christ and you shall be saved.